Hey everyone, here is my final assignment for ESOL 833. So talking about the assessments that are administered, we have a plethora of assessments at my school district. I work in Lawrence at USD 497. Our main one here is the MAP testing, which is reading and math. There's no limit for that one. We have Ames Web Plus testing as well, which again is also reading and math. That one does have a time limit where it's a 1-minute time test. We have also some informal testing at the beginning of the year that we do in kindergarten. We have our beginning of the year phonics test, which is rhyming, beginning sounds, phonemic awareness, middle sounds, ending sounds. We also do an informal beginning of the year math assessment, which is writing 1 through 20. Our ESL students are given the pre-LOS, which is given only kindergarten through 2nd grade. The LOS is 3rd grade through 5th grade. And then all grade levels do the KELPA, Kansas English Language Proficiency Assessment, which is reading, writing, listening, and speaking. All the assessments are given whole group except for the Ames Web Plus testing. That one is given one-on-one, and they're pulled out of the classroom and into the pod area where they have a little more privacy. Who, when, and how often are the assessments administered? Who gives the test, kind of depending on the test. Majority of them are given in my classroom with me, with a general education classroom teacher. Some of them, again, the Ames Web Plus is the ISA teachers, and the KELPA and the pre-LOS are given by the ESL teachers. When and how often these tests are given, they're given about 2 to 3 times a year, depending on the test. If our ELL students perform low on the test, or really any of the students perform low, then our ISA teachers work throughout the year to do some progress monitoring to make sure that they're growing and that the interventions are working for those low-scoring kiddos. A quote that I used that I thought was pretty powerful was Kitson, and talking about the percentage of ELL students in the state of Kansas, which little new information for me as I've been going through my ESOL master's program here, that 7 through 14% of the students in the state of Kansas are ELL students, and that is actually almost 10 years old, so I'm sure that percentage has grown even more. What are some key signs to look for when assessing students? And making sure that they're being diagnosed properly and not put into the wrong areas. Low scores, lack of growth compared to other students, how long they've been in school, and their home language exposure. And what I've learned, sadly, is a lot of the times ELL students are incorrectly diagnosed and they are put into the SPED program, and really what they need is just some more time for the exposure of the language and just some more time in our schools here in Kansas. Camacho writes powerfully, standardized assessments have technical limitations regarding how they are used to evaluate ELLs because of the learner's diverse needs, with the results being that the ELL students are being sometimes retained or placed in the wrong learning settings. 3 different strategies and methods that I use in my classroom: visual cues, which are a huge one. Even if my student doesn't know English, they can look at the pictures and kind of understand what's going on in the classroom. I use those a ton. Repeating languages, call and repeat, I use that as well, especially in kindergarten with my whole class, not just ELL students. Really helps everybody. And a lot of teacher modeling, being able to do it first and then allowing the students to try on their own. Talking about parent community involvement. Parent involvement, I feel, is huge when it comes to the success of all of our students, not just our ELL students, but if those parents can feel welcomed at the school, they may come in and feel more a part of the community that we're building. Community involvement is very important as well, filling in the gaps in that home life and feeling a part of what's going on with their students. We even have a local church that comes in and helps to volunteer for our low-income kids and bring coats and jackets and socks, all just kind of working together to make everybody feel a part of what's working in our school. Here's my reference page with a lot of the articles that I found for this assignment. So thank you so much.